Welcome to the Racecourse. Situated in the heart of Northampton, it is Northampton's oldest and biggest park. This area has seen lots of different events over the years. From public hangings in the 1700s, right up to the Northampton Balloon Festival, there are plenty of stories to tell. Activity on the racecourse can be traced back to the 1630s, when horse racing began. Racing ceased in 1904 due to the danger of the course. But it's not just horse racing that's occurred here. Public execution in the 1700s, playing a vital role as a barracks and an army base during both wars, and the Northampton Hot Air Balloon Festival from 1990 to 2008. This area has been a huge part of Northampton for centuries. It plays a huge role to the town. I decided to speak to the people of Northampton and find out what it means to them.
Obviously the racecourse is literally just behind your clinic here. How important do you feel it is to the town of Northampton?
Well, we love it, and obviously any green space is extremely important for people, for social aspects, for sport, all of that. So I think it's really important to have open, wide green spaces.
I think it's fantastic, incredibly important place. I'm privileged because I actually live overlooking the racecourse. So where we're talking now, I can look out and I've got the green racecourse to look at. That's my view from the front of the house. So I'm extremely privileged.
Do you yourself use it quite often?
I use it most days. So when the kids were little, we used to take them across to school at Military Road School, primary school. When I'm working here, I try to do a lap of it every night. My daughter will do, 5k, anything up to 10k, a few laps of it. So we use it for just a bit of exercise, just get out, see a bit of normality, and it's lovely to see it sort of so much more used now than it used to be. Like when my kids were little, it's much busier now because of all the different nationalities. They're much better at going out than the Brits.
I believe the racecourse is a heart to this town, and it means so many different things to so many different people. In the past, I used to be chair for Friends of Northampton Racecourse. And from that, I looked and thought about, well, what do people use the racecourse for? And it's used for such a wide range of things. I mean, from sitting in my living room, having a G&T, looking at the racecourse is a great use of it. People doing exercise, dog walking, you name it. The variety of things makes it so unique.
Would you like to see anything added to the racecourse itself?
Well, as I say, it was just a cafe that I always wanted, and I'd always, needed a cafe there. But now that Liam Cahill has the one, I think it's called Coffee Espresso, or it's on the corner there. It's a lovely little cafe.
So if you're towards Barrack Road playing football, would you use the changing rooms where they are? No, you wouldn't. Human nature wouldn't do it. So it's a big area to cover. There is a set of changing rooms, but we probably could do with more facilities on there as well.
You just spoke there about the Friends of Northampton Racecourse Facebook page. Can you tell me a bit about it?
Yeah, I mean that was when it was originally set up, it was really as a residents group to protest about some development on the racecourse. Then I got involved because it got re-established when the changing rooms were going to be built on the racecourse. Now, funding had been gained to build these changing rooms, but part of the requirement was to get local people to get involved with the design and the location of that.
The Friends of Northampton Racecourse seems to be quite a big group on Facebook. There's quite a few members.
Oh, right, yeah.
Do you see it growing any bigger?
It could grow. I mean, I know that when I was involved with it heavily, there wasn't so much social media this time. Things change over the period for it. So there's always been a lot of passion. That's one thing you will find, that if you say anything about the racecourse, people will react.
Giles and Sheila are just two of the thousands of people who use the racecourse daily. There are things that need to be updated, such as the basketball courts, and more change rooms could be a great addition, but it plays a huge role to Northampton and will continue to do so for many more centuries. Jack Hudson, UN News.